Okay, so what happened today is I went to the county fair. And it was my first county fair, like, ever. Like, I haven't even been to a state fair before, except for one state fair that I went to when I still lived in Texas. But I was, like, 4, so that doesn't really count. And I went to the county fair, and it was amazing. And I'm going to tell you all about my day at the county fair. Okay, now, for those of you who don't know me, like Christina's roommate and Christina's psycho twin, yeah, I'm a city girl. Like, I'm a really big city girl. Like, I'm city girl. Like, I know enough to, like, oh, don't wear stilettos if you're walking through a field. Duh. And I've, like, seen a deer before. It was, like, maybe 2 years ago, but I've seen a deer before and stuff like that. But I'm a big city girl, and I do city girl things like, jaywalking and wearing high heels and talking to homeless people, loitering, and stuff like that. Mostly jaywalking. But I do city girl stuff, like city girl stuff. And it was so cool! My school, where it is like nowhere. Where I go to school. Middle of nowhere. That's where I go to school. But I didn't realize that middle of nowhere county fair was going to be so freaking fantastic! Okay, so I was tasked to write this article for a school newspaper as a review of the food at the fair. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, I can do that. I read Gourmet and Bon Appetit on a regular basis, Sweet, I can write that. I had no idea what I was getting into, and it was amazing. So, yeah, all today I've been, like, wandering around like, hey, what are you doing tonight? You're going to play rehearsal. Okay, well, what are you doing tonight? You're doing debate research. Okay, what are you doing tonight? Writing a paper. What are you doing tonight? I don't even know you, but are you busy? Okay. So finally, I just walked into the debate room. I'm like, okay, who can give me 2 hours of their time? Please. And finally someone was like, I can, and I was like, you! Who's like one of my brother's friends. So I was like, you are coming to the fair with me because I need to go with someone, because it's just really sad if you're going to a fair all by yourself, because then you can't be excited. And if people make fun of you for being excited about seeing things like corn. I walked in, and, like, there were, like, food stalls, like, everywhere. Like, more than it was, like, fair food. Like, legit, like, fair food. Like, just deep fried stuff. So I went up and I showed them my reporter's notebook. I'm like, hi, I'm a reporter with the local school newspaper. Is there a way that I could, get in for free? My editor said something that, like, maybe I could, so please? And then they let me in for free. And that's always nice, because I like free stuff. There was, like, food stuff everywhere. Everywhere's like, food! Food! And my whole job was to eat this food. Was to eat as much of this food as I could. So, first, I had a deep-fried Twinkie with chocolate sauce. The whole deep-fried Twinkie. And I ate this while watching the Combine Derby, which, to give you an idea, is 2 combines that run into each other at like 10 miles an hour. And they just smash into each other until one of them's wheels pops off or is so dented it can't drive anymore. So I sat there watching it. And the person over the loudspeaker was talking like this and talking like this. And he was enthusiastically telling the audience everything that was going on. The risers were full of people. Full of people. And a little sign said that it could hold 25,000 people. There were not that many, but at least the part that was open, which is a lot of people, was full, like, stuff. Like, people were standing there to watch the Combine Derby. I was too cheap to watch that. So, like, here's a little Twinkie place, and then here was the Combine Derby, like, arena. And so I stood, like, over here, like, in a little patch of trees, and we watched them haul off the losers. And I didn't realize people name combines. Yeah, people name combines. And so, like, I watched Ugly Joe get dragged off the field of victory. He didn't get to stay there because he wasn't victorious. And it was just, like, this big damn combine, and, like, his wheels, like, 2 wheels had popped off, and it was, like, all smashed in at the front, and they just kind of, like, dragged it off. And it was like, wow, it's, like, hit gladiatorial combat. It was so cool. And I had deep-fried cookie dough, which is delicious. It's deep-fried cookie dough. And, yeah, and then, like, I kind of, like, walked around because I had, worked some of that out of my system. So I saw the county prize vegetables. And then I saw all of the county prize flowers and the county prize herbs. This is a leaf from the first place basil plant. This is a leaf from the second place basil plant. They're mine now. I saw this, I went through the small animals tent, and like there were like rabbits. Like just cages and cages of rabbits, like little like rabbits, like bigger rabbits, just rabbits. And then there were like birds. It was like random birds. Like there was like the pigeon division, and like the pheasant division, and then there was a whole house full of like chicken. And then I saw one that said children exhibit. And so now actually you have to go in like caged children. And no, it wasn't. It was a bunch of mommy animals with little baby animals. And, like, there was a goat, like a little baby goat, and they're really damn cute. And, like, little ducklings. They were just, like, this big. They were just, and it was exciting. And then we went through the livestock cow exhibit, and there were moo cows, and I was really close to the cows. Like, they were that far away. Like, I could touch the cow. Like, where the computer is right now, and me. From there to you. Like, I could have touched a prize-winning moo cow, which I didn't, because all that I could really see was, like, their rump. And they were looking kind of annoyed and cranky, because, like, it was late or whatever. I don't know what makes cows grumpy, but they look kind of grumpy, but we're still there. And there were cattle lowing. Like, lowing cattle. Like, the cattle is lowing. They actually low. So I got to see, like, cows and pigs and chickens and other birds and people. And it was, like, nice. And I ate a lot of fried food. Like, a lot of fried food. And, like, I don't feel sick or anything. And I just had so much fun. I like the middle of nowhere. Because right now, you know, it's the middle of nowhere, but with something in it. Actually low.